Let me tell you something, squad. While others are out here spinning stories, chasing clout and using Meghan Markle's name for headlines, this woman is doing something real, something warm, something deeply human. She's reminding us all what it means to share a piece of yourself through simple, loving gestures like breakfast with family. Yes, that's right. While her critics are busy typing out their bitterness, Meghan is baking love into every bite of her As Ever collection. And now we know she's not just selling crepe mix, she's sharing memories, she's sharing her soul. That beautiful note from Meghan on her sold-out French-style crepe mix packaging isn't just marketing fluff, it's a deeply personal snapshot of her journey. She writes, "I love the ritual of making breakfast for my family, starting the day with warm bellies and full hearts. Warm bellies and full hearts. Let that settle in." This isn't about royalty, titles, or any of the nonsense the tabloids try to wrap her in. It's about being present for her family, building traditions, and grounding herself in the most sacred space of all, the home. And don't we just love that about her? She goes on to reflect on her youth. "Making French-style crepes takes me back to backpacking through France as a student. We were on a tight budget, but it was an affordable indulgence that I can still taste to this day." Backpacking through France, no royal privilege, no palace gates, just a young woman with big dreams, a backpack and a craving for crepes. That's the Meghan Markle so many choose to ignore, the one who's lived, worked, saved, struggled, and cherished every small joy she encountered. This is storytelling with heart, storytelling with purpose. And what does she say at the end of that message? "Sharing this with my family and with you brings me immense joy." Now let's pause right there. Meghan doesn't need to do this. She could have slapped a pretty label on a box and called it a day. But instead she brings you into her world, quietly, sincerely. That's what sets her apart. That's why As Ever isn't just a brand, it's a feeling. The crepe mix itself, inspired by Parisian cafes, is described as bringing a touch of everyday elegance into your home. Everyday elegance, that's a phrase that encapsulates Meghan's essence. She doesn't need tiaras to shine. Her glow comes from within, but of course the Bitter Brigade couldn't possibly handle that, could they? Because here's what happened next. The As Ever launch was an instant sellout. Let me repeat that. The crepe mix was gone in a flash. That's demand. That's love. That's the power of a woman who doesn't need the British media to crown her, because the public already did. And when a few items, like the apricot spread, weren't delivered because of high demand, what did As Ever do? They didn't vanish. They didn't hide. They responded immediately, with transparency and care. They refunded customers and offered to send them the item for free once it was restocked. Let me ask you, when was the last time a brand connected to the monarchy offered anything for free after overselling something? Exactly. Never. But Meghan's brand did, because that's how she moves. With class, with accountability, with heart. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time As Ever has experienced massive success. Back in April, the brand's first launch flew off the shelves. The limited edition honey sold out so quickly that the site couldn't even keep up. And the haters tried to twist that into incompetence. But the truth? It was popularity. Pure, organic success. And let's talk about that for a moment, because there's a bigger picture here. Every time Meghan succeeds, there's a swarm of headlines scrambling to minimize it. Is she overreaching? They ask. Does anyone want her lifestyle brand? They snark. But when the proof is right there, the sold-out carts, the customer satisfaction, the joy in people's voices, they pretend not to see it. Why? Because her success proves them wrong. Because a woman of colour, a former actress, a Duchess by marriage, not birth, who walked away from royal protocol and chose freedom, family and purpose, is thriving. And that threatens the entire foundation of their smug little narrative. You see, Meghan's not just making crepes, she's making a statement. She's telling every young girl out there that your memories, your joy, your culture, your voice, they matter. They belong on packaging, on shelves, in homes and in history, and you better believe the squad sees it. We see Meghan leading with dignity. We see Harry supporting her, as always, by her side, not in her shadow. A team, a bond, a power couple grounded not in pomp but in purpose. So while the usual suspects in the media try to nitpick over missing apricot jars, we're over here celebrating the fact that this woman is out here changing the wellness space one authentic moment at a time. Because that's what this is really about. Authenticity, connection, soul. And I want to say this to Meghan directly. If somehow this finds its way to her, we see you, we hear you, and we are so proud of you. The haters can scream into the void. The press can twist every success into a controversy, but the truth always speaks louder. And your truth? It's delicious, just like those crepes you love. So to the Royal Sussex Squad, let this be a reminder. Every time they attack her, it's because they know she's winning. Every sold-out product, every handwritten message, every gesture of kindness, that's a victory. Not just for Meghan, but for all of us who believe in grace, resilience and reinvention. And if you're watching this today, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this global movement that refuses to let compassion be drowned out by cruelty, that refuses to let love be overshadowed by lies. Meghan Markle offers Look into personal life with Stories on As Ever product box. What they reveal, Meghan Markle offers insight into her personal life within her As Ever packaging, including never-before-heard stories. Us Weekly got their hands on the sold-out As Ever French-style crepe mix, and the box shared a special touch from the Duchess of Sussex as she reflected on her past. I love the ritual of making breakfast for my family, starting the day with warm bellies and full hearts, a note from Meghan, 43, reads on the product. Making French-style crepes takes me back to backpacking through France as a student. We were on a tight budget, but it was an affordable indulgence that I can still taste to this day. The message concluded, Sharing this with my family and with you brings me immense joy. The crepe mix was part of As Ever's summer launch, which dropped last month. Inspired by the delicate crepes found in Parisian cafes, our mix brings a touch of everyday elegance into your home, the product description on As Ever's website reads. Whether filled with fresh fruit, a drizzle of fruit spread or something savoury, it's a pantry staple we reach for again and again. Easy to prepare and endlessly adaptable, it's made to turn ordinary mornings and evenings into something special. Us purchased several products from the As Ever summer drop, including her shortbread cookie mix with flour sprinkles, but we weren't able to get our hands on the apricot spread, even though it was part of our order. The customer service team was quick to respond to our inquiry earlier this month with an apologetic email after the product snafu. Several social media users noted they received the same message. Due to high demand, we are unable to fulfill your order of the apricot spread at this time. We are refunding your purchase of this item by the end of this week, the message read. In addition to the refund, we want you to know that when the apricot spread is back in stock, you will be the first to receive it free of charge. The email was sent on behalf of the As Ever customer service team with a thank you message. Please let our customer service team know if you have any questions, and thank you for your understanding, the note concluded. Us Weekly reached out to Team Sussex at the time for further comment. The As Ever team experienced a similar situation for their first launch in April, after an overselling situation caused the brand's limited edition honey to still appear on the site after it was sold out. With Meghan Markle's entire As Ever product line completely sold out, foodies wondering whether the brand's highly anticipated jam lives up to the hype will have to rely on reviews for now. However, it seems that some fans aren't thrilled with the final product. While some have started calling it scam jam on social media, others have referred to it as more of a spread. What did Brian Koberger do? Idaho murders details after gag order lifts. One reviewer for the Daily Mail claimed that the product was watery when opened, which led to questions about how the product travelled. If we hadn't known better, we'd have thought it melted during its expedited journey to us, Jane Hertz wrote, in part during her review. When we stuck our spoon into Meghan's raspberry spread, its consistency dripped off the silverware like a sauce. Influencers who have received their packages opened them on camera, which led to some mixed reviews. One TikTok user referred to it as the perfect sour jam, while another had a telling facial expression after her taste test, noting that it's so sweet before suggesting it's more of a dessert. Before we go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and if you want to support the channel, consider dropping a super thanks. It helps us keep the truth loud and clear. Until next time, keep your hearts full, your crepes golden, and your faith unshaken.